What's going on? What's going on? We back. Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. Gonna preview the Lions taking on the New England Patriots Sunday night. It's here in Detroit. Um and Yes, it's a really big game for the Lions. I would say. They want to try to salvage their season and the fans not start talking on 16 or start talking about potentially a top 5 pick next year, or if they want to make any type of run towards a playoff spot, has to start here this weekend with New England, which is possible. Okay, it's possible they can beat New England. I say it's possible because New England defense sucks again this year. Okay, they at home Sunday night. Can they disappoint the Lions fans 2 weeks in a row? Two primetime weeks in a row, or 3 weeks in a row, with two primetime games. And this is probably giving more credence to the NFL why they don't want to deliver primetime games to Detroit. Um, and It's supposed to be a build year for the Lions, okay? It's supposed to be a build year where, Patricia was supposed to be that elite coach to take the Lions to the next level, like you've seen in some other sports where you have a team that went so far, similar to the Pistons, where Rick Carlisle took them so far, and then Larry Brown came in and gave them the extra oomph and took them over to the next level. So that's what it's supposed to be about. What's going on, John? Yeah, go blue. Coverage fan, what's going on? Okay, that's what this was supposed to be about. The Lions was not supposed to take 10 steps back with Matt Patricia, but some people speculated that that could happen. Okay, some people speculated that that was a possibility. You look at the New England Patriots. Let's take a look about that. Let's take a look at their depth chart real quick. I haven't watched a lot of them this year. I seen that. I seen that the Jaguars whooped them, and I watched a little bit of the Texans game. It was just hard to watch because it didn't seem like the Texans was all the way there. Watson coming back. You really can't get a beat on them. I heard Watson played a little bit better last week, but you're not supposed to lose to a Blaine Gabbert Tennessee Titans, man. Okay, that ain't supposed to happen. Okay, let's take a look at their depth chart. Okay, let's look at defense. Okay, they got Trey Flowers. All right, Lawrence Guy, Malcolm Brown. Okay, Adrian Claiborne, old Hawkeye. Most of the Big Ten people remember him. He was making a major impact with the Hawkeyes. He didn't do so much good with Tampa, but he did pretty good last year with the Falcons. Nante Hightower out of Alabama. Eldon Roberts, Cal Vanoy, a familiar face for the Lions, Cal Vanoy, old linebackers. Stephon Gilmore, Eric Rowe is the second corner. Patrick Chung and Devin McCourty are the safeties, and the backup corner is Jason McCourty. That is Devin McCourty's twin. He used to play for the Browns and long Tennessee Titan. Okay. Other notable backups, Dietrich Wise Jr. And that's pretty. Danny Sheldon is a backup as well. The old big defensive tackle Washington. That didn't really pan out with the Browns. So you look at your defense. It's really nobody there that scares me. Okay, there's nobody there that scares me defensively wise for the New England Patriots. McCourty and Chung is really good. Chung is a product of that New England system. We remember he went to Philly and he wasn't that good, so we remember that. Okay, Eric Rowe is solid, but Eric Rowe, he ain't no dominant corner. I would think Jason McCourty should be better than him. But McCourty has been in the league for a long time. His brother Devin used to be a corner. The Patriots switched him to safety. So it is what it is. Dante Hightower, I didn't really hear much about him last year. He may have been injured. Everybody else, the Lions got matchups galore, okay? The Patriots don't have one great pass rusher. Adrian Claiborne is the average NFL pass rusher. If he got a weak matchup, he a flash. If not, he okay. He's average. Malcolm Brown from Texas, he's okay. Lawrence Guy, he all right. Trey Flowers, he okay. The Lions, Stafford should have all day in the pocket, okay? Seriously, man. Stafford should have all day in the pocket, okay? But Stafford goes mo. I don't know who that. I don't really care. Obviously, I don't care about what other people think. What's going on Streetwise Television, man? I don't really care what niggas think. He could think what he want to think. I don't even know who he is. I just do this shit for fun. So, but yeah, man. Back to the topic. Like I said, the Lions need more balance, especially especially with the run game. I mean, what they run like 18 times last week. It was 8 runs apiece for LeGarrette Blount and Kerryon Johnson. Okay, they got to get better. Those are running backs, and if you watch Kerryon Johnson at Auburn, he was a guy that was a workhorse running back. The Lions said they didn't want him to be a workhorse running back. At least Bob Quinn said he wanted him to be a slasher, and he wanted him to be more of a complimentary back here because he took so many carries at the University of Auburn last year. So, it is what it is. He took a lot of carries. Blount is a workhorse running back. He's an older running back. I think he had 1 or 2 years as being a bell cow in New England. So I think both of them guys remind me of Adrian Peterson from the simple fact that the more you feed them, the stronger they get throughout the game. And then you see those big runs pop off later. But they can't get into that groove if Jim Bob Cooter only handles the ball off eight times, okay? If you hand the ball off 8 times a piece, I mean, how those guys going to get in the rhythm? To be honest, I know Kerryon Johnson catches the ball out the backfield. To be honest, somebody needs to get in the rhythm. They need to pick one running back. That shit in New England was in New England. That running back committee worked for them because everybody's always fearful of Tom Brady's arm, his decision making, and cutting the defense up. That they're gonna just say they're gonna live with the run holes. Okay, they're gonna live with the run game and say, you know what, I let Deion Lewis last year beat me. This year I let Burkhead or Sonny Michel beat me today. So they really can prove it. So the Lions don't have that luxury, to be like, you know what, we can let this, we can Stafford so fearful that we're gonna have run lanes. They don't. They can't. They blocking scheme or they run scheme or whatever going on, it ain't going well, okay? They don't have that luxury. They have to let those running backs get into a rhythm. Stafford shouldn't be dropping back 50 times a game at all, anywhere close to 50. I think Stafford drop back should be 30, and I think the rush attempt should be around 25, okay? And that's what it should be, but they won't do it. They won't commit to the run, and they still don't know how to run. I see some improvement last week, but they still won't let those big fellas commit. And maybe when your left tackle is the worst run offensive lineman blocker in the league, it's tough to do, okay? Appreciate it, Detroit Cars. Thanks, bro. Is the game to is Streetwise Television says this is a game to unleash Kerryon Johnson. It's live or die situation for the season. Yeah, and I like how LeGarrette Blount ran last week too. I think it's time to let them, if they're going to do a 1-2 punch, it's time to wear defenses out. You tried everything else. Obviously, Stafford ain't, he ain't himself this year, okay? He not hitting the deep ball down the field like he was last year to Marvin Jones. He missing dudes across the middle. He missing, elementary passes that, for him, a senior veteran, that he should be hitting. And remember, he got a kid, man. That shit is difficult. He got 2 twins already, and he got a newborn. The newborn can be waking up to twins crying throughout the house, and people say, well, you should have a nanny and shit like that. I mean, everybody, I'm not saying he do it. Don't have a nanny. But, sometimes you want to raise your kids and be hands-on with your kids, and maybe that might be a factor. You know what I'm saying? Your woman nagging you, get up and go get some milk, and the baby's nag. I mean, it's a difficult situation, man, for him, okay? So I'm not going to dock him this season because I know how difficult it probably is for him to go through this, okay, with another kid, and everything he's going through. So, some people start off. So I remember 2 years ago, Glover Quinn started off like a Pinto without a muffler and a Cadillac converter on it, okay? He eventually caught fire, and he went back and had, in my opinion, an all-pro type of year. So, you gotta just give him some time, man. I know people, want Stafford hit the ground running, $100 million quarterback, 100 million. But, when you're a veteran, sometimes, you don't get no preseason snaps for real. Sometimes it's harder to really get that engine cranked over, but New England defense don't scare me. I heard Rob Parker say on Undisputed with Shannon and Skip Bayless that he expects Matthew Stafford to torch this defense and the Lions to win. It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me if the Lions win this game, okay? It would not shock me at all. It would be the SOL Saints. I mean, same old Lions thing to do, okay? And then next week, they lose to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if it's any game they win, before I continue to go on, if it's any game they win this season, it must be the Dallas Cowboys. I can't stand the Cowboys, okay? The Cowboys and the Bears are the two teams they must beat for me to really be okay, I really won't go ahead and murder them like that this year, okay? They need to put Frank Ragnow back at his position and leave him there. Apparently, Frank Ragnow has allowed the most pressures by any offensive lineman in the first 2 weeks. So maybe they probably want to hold on to that. But Graham Glasgow had a good pull and a good block last week. I heard he's been doing okay. You know, I really haven't been paying a lot of attention to the offensive line play. You know, when I'm watching the game, I got so many things going on. But you know, it is what it is. But like Malcolm Brown, excuse me, is a good corner, but something in this defense, man. But you know, can Stafford play, man? Can he, you know, make the accurate plays? I mean, a lot of this got to do with Jim Bob Cooter too, man. Jim Bob Cooter, if you see a quarterback struggling making plays down the field, how about handing the ball off, Jim Bob Cooter? Okay, you know, what was the versus Jets? They on the goal line to theoretic. Like, I mean, why you got Kerryon Johnson and fucking Frank Gore? I'm not Frank Gore, but Kerryon Johnson and Kerryon Johnson and Gary Blunt. I'm tripping. I'm trying to read the comments at the same time. I seen Frank Ragnow. But yeah, you got to run the ball, man. They got to come with smash mouth football, man. Okay, and make the defense put 8-9 men in the box, and then let it rip to Tate outside the hashes. Let it rip to Marvin Jones down the field. Let it rip to Kenny Galladay down the field. Kenny Galladay has been the offensive star of the Detroit Lions season. Okay, he's been the star. He's been the baller. It's just, you know, he just been the guy that stepped up, seemed like he got stronger, got more physical at the top of his routes, and he's doing his thing. Yeah, I've been saying get rid of Cooter. They should have brought an offensive coach in, which it should have been Pat Shermer. Okay, he from here. He went to Devon Childs in Dearborn or Dearborn Heights, whichever one is in. Okay, that should have been their pick. You know, Bob Quinn, he mixing pleasure and friendship with business. Just because he cool with Matt Patricia, that he wasn't the right fit for the job. I tell you that right now. The right fit for the job was to keep Terrell Austin or hire Terrell Austin in and bring an offensive coach in. Okay. I wouldn't be mad if they would have brought Josh McDaniels in. I was pushing for Josh McDaniels over Matt Patricia. I'm not saying that he was at the top of my wish list, but you know, he would have bet he was a legit offensive mind. You know, he could legit brought a different system here. They needed an offensive coach. Terrell Austin had the defense, and people criticize Terrell Austin. Look at this defense. You know, remember without Ndamukong Suh, Ziggy Ansah had his biggest year with Terrell Austin's defense. Okay, Terrell Austin had them boys playing. You know, and that's a fact, man. And cuz Stafford signed Cap, that ain't gonna happen. And that's too much dead money. I ain't even gotta look that one up. Why you think they haven't put Powell in the game yet? I want to see what he has to offer, because obviously, I mean, I don't know. You know, to be honest, I mean, he don't have nothing to offer right now. I say that because, you know, they got Golden Tate, Jones, and Galladay, and then TJ Jones. That's tough to fit in there, you know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, if they was to get rid of one of those receivers, then he'd be able to get in the game. But, you know, same thing for Amir Abdullah. There's nowhere to fit in it, you know? And I mean, it's just some of the things they do offensively and defensively I just don't understand. And like I said last week, I liked how the defense looked. Everybody was critical of the defense. They gave up some big runs, and that's camaraderie, man. That's scheme. Everybody got to trust the man next to you, okay? They don't have the talent of back in with Sean Rogers and was it Corey Sims, whatever I can forget his name with the Braves. I think it was Corey Sims and or Vandenbosch, Sue and Fairley, and they don't have that talent right now. Averill, Ziggy, Sue, they don't have that defensive line talent right now, okay? They just don't have it. They just got to be a disciplined, sound defense. You go look at New England, every premier pass rusher they had, they got rid of Richard Seymour, Chandler Jones. You know what? They believed in their scheme, but this ain't New England. It ain't going to be New England. Ain't no Bill Belichick to make those adjustments, okay? You know, they need talent up front. You know, they need talent, but and they don't have it, okay? But if you ain't going to have talent, you got to have discipline. You feel what I'm saying? You got to have discipline, and you know, do they got discipline? No. Right now, nobody trusts the men next to each other, and everybody want to go outside their scope of support and crash where they don't need to crash and do somebody else's job, and you lead the next guy, handle your responsibility and his responsibility. It don't work that way. Run defense is all gap control, okay? All discipline. That's what it's about. Then your individual talent kicks in to shed block, the block shed, and to make those amazing plays. Play your position. And the Lions haven't been playing their position. That's one of the reasons that Anthony Zettel got cut. He don't play his position. He goes and does his own thing. He loses containment on the outside. The quarterback, running back, smoke screens, halfback screens, bubble screens, go right over his head, right through him, and it's a wrap, all right? And that's what it is, man. But we also on offense, they got Chris Hogan, okay, Cordell Patterson, Philip Dorsett, Josh Gordon is listed as the fourth string receiver. He behind Cordell Patterson twice. I don't read nothing until especially the Patriots depth chart. Okay, they got Trent Brown, Joe Tooney as an left tackle, left guard, David Andrews center, Shaq Mason right guard, and Marcus Cannon right tackle. Now, I'm not familiar with most of these guys, and the offensive line, so I can't speak on it, but it seems like it should be opportunities for them to get some sacks here, but Brady is quick with that trigger. Gronkowski at tight end. We talked about the receivers. Rex Burkhead is the starting running back. James White, James Devlin, and Sony Michel. Now, show look like some lion shit right here. This look like some shit Patricia try to pull. And what I mean by that is, putting the rookie running back at third or fourth string, knowing that he's the most talented back they got. Sony Michel's a dog out of University of Georgia, okay? He's the best back they had. And he got some carries last week. I watched a little bit of that game. He got some carries quick. Remember, he coming off injury as well. Okay, he's coming off a huge injury. I'm tired of people trashing Tate. This is Kyle Renenberger. Week in, week out, he's always receiving leader for the Lions, if not second, and he's the yak leader in the NFL. But, with Golden Tate, it's not about trashing Golden Tate. You know what I'm saying? The thing is that, they don't utilize him the right way, okay? They don't utilize him like an Edelman, or they don't utilize him like Wes Welker, like he should be utilized. Blame Jim Bob Cooter for that shit, man. Okay? Blame Jim Bob Cooter. And a lot of the times with Golden Tate, a lot of times he made boneheaded mistakes in the wrong time, but that's probably a product of him not being fed the ball enough. So I don't have nothing against Golden Tate, but I don't think he's worth re-signing, in my opinion. This shit has nothing to do with coaches. NFLs don't fuck with the Lions because they didn't relocate. So year after year, the Lions, they're supposed to relocate. Wouldn't have made me no difference. It would have made me no difference. Relocate or don't relocate, okay? We not getting a winner here. I don't know about the relocation things that Mark Cunningham is talking about, but I do know the NFL doesn't fuck with the Lions, okay? All right. And and that'd be crazy to think the Fords were going to relocate the Lions from Detroit. Okay. They was crazy to think that. All they operations here, but the Fords are the problem. They are the problem. We all know that, okay? Tate is not trash. I can't say Tate is trash. He's not trash. He's a very talented receiver. Blame Jim Bob Cooter. Blame the organization, okay? Tate can catch. He does have boneheaded mistakes. We need to start Mike Roberts. Yes, I've been saying that. He wasn't healthy for camp. He lost a lot of weight. He came in tremendous shape, but injuries caught up with him. It is what it is. Detroit City says fire Cooter. Yeah, we've been saying that. It's too late now. You know what I'm saying? It's too late. They should have did that shit from the beginning, man. They should have did it from the beginning. They didn't want to fire him. They wanted to keep him. The defense was not the problem. Anybody in the comment section this year kept saying, oh, it's the defense. I say, y'all quick to forget. Y'all looking at the statistics. Trust your eyes, man. Trust your eyes, okay? Trust your eyes. Your eyes tell you everything you need to know. The Lions were going 3-9. They just had explosive plays down the field. They was never, for years, they weren't able to sustain drives and like the Patriots do, go up and down the field, sustain drives and do what they need to do. That's just been evident, bro. That's been evident. You know what I'm saying? Terrell Austin, he did his best with Bob Quinn provided him with. After Sue and Fairley and all them left, he did his best. Okay? With Mayhew and Quinn provided him with. Excellent defensive coordinator, okay? I don't understand why they didn't want to hire him or keep him as a defensive coordinator. I'm going to keep harping on that. I don't understand that. But winnable game right here, okay? I know all the crazy stats. About what New England is coming off a loss on the road on the 3rd day of September with their left foot up and them, tasting their finger and seeing which way to win. But I know all the crazy stats, okay? But the Lions do crazy things, okay? The Lions do crazy things. You know what I'm saying? They win games. They're not supposed to win. And I don't bet with them, and I don't bet against them. That's just a fact. A fact. Stafford can't audible or read blitzes. Stafford's good. Galloway caught his passes. No. I mean, in the one pass he threw to Gallaudet when he was wide open, he almost missed that pass last week for the touchdown. Okay? That's a fact. I mean, we can go back and look at some of those throws that he made. He's off. Stafford was not good last week, okay? Y'all can dislike all the videos y'all want, okay? I'm not profiting off this shit, so it doesn't matter to me. He was not good last week. He missed. He threw behind Golden Tate. He threw a shitty-ass sidearm pass with the game on line to Theo Reddick last week. He missed Marvin Jones down the field twice, and I believe he missed Kenny Gallaudet down the field twice. Once. I believe if my memory serves me correctly. He is not good, okay? Not last week. Not the first week. He is not good. You can credit that to Jim Bob Cooter. You can credit it to Joe Lombardi. You can credit that to Scott Linehan. But who's the common denominator? Jim Swartz, okay? You know, who's the common denominator with Jim Caldwell, Matt Patricia, Bob Quinn, Martin Mayhew, Tom Lewan? It's Matthew Stafford. It's the common denominator. And Dominic Sue's no longer here. Nick Fairley's no longer here. Calvin Johnson's no longer here. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's one common denominator, and it's starting to stick out, and people starting to notice it's Matthew Stafford, okay? He got to get his shit together, okay? This would be a great week for him to start to get the shit together because then they can carry that momentum in Dallas and beat Dallas, okay? The team has enough talent, in my opinion, especially offensively wise. You know, Taylor Decker need to get back to form like he was his rookie year. You know, maybe they should switch Ragnow to Glasgow. Ragnow and Glasgow. Maybe Ragnow's uncomfortable being the left guard. It can happen, okay? Rick Wagner straight. And Kenny Wiggins didn't play that bad last week. You know what? They seem like they ran the ball a little bit better on the inside. Let's see, man. But it should look like a long season. I definitely like the way that Kerryon Johnson is, the way he touched the ball. He got just a little bit more burst. LeGarrette Blount, like he woke up last week. So, he said Larry Decker sucks ass. He was tipping plays. Yeah, he was tipping plays. He could say all he wants that he was or wasn't. He was tipping plays. You know, Chris Billman not gonna lie about that. He definitely was tipping plays last week, but you know, maybe it's the shoulder because he didn't play that bad as a rookie, boy. Maybe he just never was that good. Okay, that was another Bob Quinn pick. That was his first pick. You know, they got rid of Riley Reef, Larry Warford, and all of them. And, you know, it seemed like it's more of the coaching and the organization here. But you forgot last year, homie. Yeah, last year, I don't really say nothing. You talking about Taylor Decker last year? Well, I didn't really get mad at him last year because he had one arm. You know what I'm saying? He had suffered a shoulder injury. So I'm not going to, you know, shit on him. He rushed to come back, and that shoulder might not be right. Like I said in one of my videos, you know, once your shoulder go bad, it's made up of a lot of small muscles. Bones. And it's hard to get your shoulder back the way it needs to be. So that could be a major issue. He could probably never be the same. Stafford checks so many plays, it don't make sense. And that means he can't read. Possibly. Joe Lombardi said he couldn't read defense and said Matthew Stafford was stupid. People forget that. On his way up out of here, on his fall up out of here, he said Stafford was stupid in so many words. Okay, he said that. He said he had to dump down the offense because Matthew Stafford couldn't read defense. He was saying something amongst that line, Joe Lombardi. He said that. He said that on his way out. He said Stafford was stupid. I'm paraphrasing here, but that's pretty much what he said. He said he couldn't run the offense because Stafford couldn't digest the offense. That's exactly what he said. But I didn't read much into it because the New Orleans Saints offense was struggling, and they basically was the same offenses. Okay. I said, well, maybe Joe Lombardi didn't know what he's talking about. Now, you know, people forget that he said that quote, you know, on his way up out here, man. But, you know, Stafford only good when the game is basically over. He's a great in the fourth quarter, but 1-3 is subpar. He tips plays like last week, throws his ass a blanket party, bars and soap and towels, and beat the shit out of Decker. If your lineman is tipping plays, how can you read a play? So what you think the record gonna be? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just gonna take it week by week, man. You know what I'm saying? Week by week. I don't even want to, you know. See, I hope we win this week, but obviously y'all know I picked the Patriots. Calvin Johnson made Stafford. Without Calvin, it would have been. I don't agree with that, bro. I don't agree with that. I think Calvin obviously helped, but I think he also hampered Stafford. Stafford would always look to Calvin Johnson, okay? Okay. He always looked to Calvin. So I think he got better without Calvin start spreading the ball around. But I think it is true. I think some people have figured out that he can't read defenses, man. And Joe Lombardi said that, man. He said that shit. You know, he said that I had to, well, in so many words, he said I had to water my defense down because he didn't know, okay? I think we should just tank the season. It's hard to tank, man. It's hard to tank. I know Mel Kiper, for whatever it's worth, okay? For whatever it's worth, dog. I know Mel Kiper said it's going to be 7 straight defensive players come off the board in the first 7 picks in the NFL draft. So that's crazy. You know, so the Lions definitely need defensive help. You know, and they shit, like I say, man, it's going to be very, very interesting, man. Very, very interesting the way the season comes out. But I agree, Tank, and get that Patricia needs and get what Patricia need in free agency. You know, if we're going to tank and be bad, I don't trust Bob Quinn and Patricia with the rebuild, man. I don't. What was it, Amir, or was it Cooter? He probably talking to somebody. Patriots defense is trash. Lions win. That's coming from Tom Brady. Yeah, I don't think that's the real Tom Brady though. He said coming from me, Tom Brady, man. But what the Lions actually need to do this week is run the ball. I think they need 30 carries. They need more balance in the defense. Even if they get behind early, run the ball with Blunt and Johnson, man. That's what you need to run the ball with. Blunt, Johnson. I mean, come with some power football, power O, trap plays. Let's get north and south, a little bit east and west with some stretch plays, some stretch zone reading plays. But I really think they need to commit to the run. That's the one thing I will say. And also defensively wise, like I said in the prediction video, they need to come after Tom Brady. Okay, they need to blitz Tom Brady and just play man on the outside. If you get torched, you can get torched anyway. Okay, they need to play. They don't need to sit in zone and hope their pass rushers get here. They need to see linebackers, safeties, corner blitzes, nickel corner blitzes. They need to do a lot of stunts. You know what I'm saying? They need to blitz Brady. But obviously Patricia knows what makes Brady tick. We're going to see if Patricia can play who's got the best IQ with Tom Brady this week. But I'm coming after Brady, man. I'm coming after him. You got Jerry Davis, who's probably the fastest linebacker that we have, okay? And you know what? I'm bringing Agnew off the nickel as well, too. I'm bringing a lot of exotic blitz packages this week, okay? I'm letting Kennard, if Ziggy Ansah play, I'm letting Jerry Davis. I'm letting Agnew come off the edge. I'm bringing blitz left and right, okay? Unless it's third and long, third and manageable, third and short. I'm just mean third and manageable. I'm blitzing. Second and manageable. I'm blitzing. No rundowns. I'm playing sound defense. I know they're going to run it. I just play sound defense, basic packages, basic 4-3-3-4, whatever they're running, basic nickel, just in case they play action out of it. But I'm taking my chances. I'm jamming big-ass Gronk at the line, okay? I'm jamming him at the line. I'm jamming everybody else on the outside. And I'm sending the goons, man. I'm sending the goons, you know. I'm sending Agnew off that edge. I'm sending Jared Davis up the middle. I'm sending Kennard stunting on the inside or coming on the outside. I'm sending Ziggy off a stunt. I'm blitzing the house, man. Fuck Tate, he gave up. When did Tate give up? Because I remember he gave up a couple years ago. How do you feel about Golden Tate effort this year in a contract year? I'm telling y'all, man, his effort is directly tied to Jim Bob Cooter. You know what I'm saying? His record, Jim Bob Cooter is not getting him the ball like he should. It's the same predictable drag routes in the middle of the field routes, the same bootleg, flat route they be running, man. It's just a predictable offense, man. Jim Bob Cooter was supposed to throw up these new creative offense, and it sucks. He always gives up. Yeah, I remember he gave up a couple years ago in the Jets game, bro. Yeah, that's hard not to give up in that game, but that's what he do. Remember the Arizona game a couple years ago after Calvin retired? He gave up in that game. Remember last year with Arizona week 1, Stafford threw a pick and Golden Tate didn't run the guy down? It's nothing new. I've been telling y'all this about Golden Tate. It's hard to be out there in Jim Bob Cooter. You know you got the talent. You know you getting open. But the Lions don't start throwing to you into the third quarter. You busting your ass running these routes. You know what I'm saying? You know, top of your routes, you getting physical, you making good, quick moves, you getting open, and your quarterback can't make it back to you unless you the first read. It's a tough situation, man. I know he ain't coming back. How do you feel about the Falcons blowing a league 20? I knew that was gonna happen. You know, I said, man, if they put a little bit of pressure on Matt Ryan, the shit gonna be over with. I was sitting there in the Super Bowl talking to my mans, and that's exactly what happened. Put Powell out there, then he hungry. Yeah, you could do that. Or you could trade his ass. You know you ain't gonna bring him back. I don't understand the Lions. The Lions would rather hold on to somebody rather than trade them. I've never seen that before. Okay, this ain't the Minnesota Timberwolves and Tom Thibodeau and Jimmy Butler. Okay, trade their ass. If you know you got a talent and it's commodity out there, trade Golden Tate, bro. Trade him. I don't care where you trade him to. Trade him. Get something for him. Don't let him just walk away. And if you know you're not gonna bring him back, then I believe you should give T.J. Jones and Brandon Powell more reps. Matter of fact, you can trade them right now. You know, but it is what it is, man. Angel Red said Jim Bob is terrible. How can't you find a way to run a power offense? A 15-year-old can run power offense. Exactly. No creativity. No putting defensive linemen in the full house or putting defensive linemen at fullback or pulling your guards, you know, both your guards or one of your guards to lead block up the middle. No fullback coming up the middle. He just sucks. He just sucked. I ain't gonna lie to you. He just sucked, man. You know, but I expect the Patriots to win. Like I said, I think I had like 24-38. I think that's gonna be the type of game it is. I think Stafford gonna make some type of a statistical run at the end of the game. Like I say, it is what it is, man. I hope the Lions win. I may go to this game tomorrow. See what it look like, man. Ben, cut Tabor, please. No, I wouldn't cut Tabor right now. I would definitely try him out at safety. So yeah, that's what I would do with him. David Du Bois is Slay playing this week. We don't know yet. He practiced Friday, so it's a chance he could play. So did Calvin Johnson quit? Did Barry quit? Or they just tired of playing with the losers? I believe they were tired of playing with the losers. Okay. Joe Fury just did an article about that. Said he loved playing here better than he loved playing in California. He was at UCLA. They just got tired of losing, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, every day you know you don't have a chance to win the Super Bowl. You know, ownership ain't doing what they supposed to do. They both quiet citizens. They're not going to wild out like Antonio Brown. And that's just the fact, man. It's crazy. Trade Ziggy now. Yeah, they need to have a trade sale, but Ziggy going to have to do something before the trade deadline to attract a trade partner, okay? You know, injury going to have to happen. He going to have to get some sacks. He got to be dominant like he was in the beginning of that Jets game, okay? You know, he got to be dominant. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is, man. I really like Ziggy Ansah. Good player. Just physically old. And it was talks. I'm in on this one, okay? I'm in on this. It was talks of Ziggy Ansah actually being older than what he is, okay? They were saying that Ziggy Ansah was, I can't remember the exact age. His birth certificate was forged. His birth certificate was forged over in Ghana. Old School Warrior, what's going on? Yeah, they got tired of killing their bodies for nothing. Yeah, that's hard, man. I don't know how many people actually play football, but when your heart ain't in it, man, you know, it just is what it is. Hey, CJ, keep it real. I respect that even if I disagree sometimes. Oh, yeah, no problem, fam. Always, man. You know, always. This is up for debate, man. This ain't no hardcore shit. You know, I don't want it to be no hardcore, you know, shit where, you know, we arguing and for no reason. I mean, as long as everybody respectful. You know, people can hate on the page. I obviously don't care, man. You know, I obviously don't care, to be honest. This is my secondary page. You know what I'm saying? My other page is crazy. It's growing fast, and this page is growing faster than that page was growing. So I'm gonna continue to keep this page up and running. I got some other videos that's gonna be off sports topic. I got big plans for this page, man. Real big plans to expand the content, websites, and stuff that's coming. So just bear with me. Yeah, Ziggy look old, man, but I'm gonna tell you one thing about the Lions. All right. Why am I highlighted? I made you a moderator, dog. That means you can any comment that you don't see fit, it come up for review, or any comment you can delete it. All right, that's what the wrench means. You're a moderator. You can make sure no crazy comments come through. All right. Hey, bro, I like the channel. First team, all common sense. Oh yeah, Steven Jackson. He better hope that Steven Jackson don't catch Andrew Wiggins and his brother. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm gonna make sure I donate to the channel. I live in Mississippi, or is it Missouri? I'm sorry, bro. No, it's one of them. Probably Missouri. So this is the only way I can hear Detroit Lions news. Oh no, you can go on. Hey Brian, you can go on to CBS.com and you can find 97.1 The Ticket as well too. When I didn't stay in Detroit, I went to CBS.com and I would listen to 97.1 The Ticket to keep on current on all Detroit's news. Mississippi, okay. One of my other dudes, he run a channel on my now I mess with my other channel. He's a cop in Mississippi. I forget what county it is, man. But I've been in Jackson, Mississippi. That shit shut down at 2 in the morning. They got a curfew. Fuck with Mississippi though, man. I already thought he looked old at draft night. Yeah, he kind of did look old at draft night. I want him to start and sit Ziggy. No, you can't sit Ziggy. Ziggy was beast in the first game, though. He was out there making plays. You can't sit Ziggy. Hand can start, though, on the inside, or he could take the outside spot. I ain't been hearing much from Kerry Hyder. Valente a piece of shit. I don't know. Sometimes Valente can be a piece of shit. But I enjoy him. I enjoy him better with Terry Foster, though. I miss Terry Foster. You know, even though Terry Foster used to cater to Mike Valente too much, I can stomach Mike Valente. He all right. I can stomach him. He ain't from here. He always shitting on here. You know, sometimes you want to say just go back to New York and eat a dick. But, you know, then he say some real shit. We should have went after Jonathan Hankins. Yeah, they did. They should have. They didn't. I think he went with the Raiders. He from here too, man. He from here too. What about Blunt protecting Stafford? They gave the Lions a boost. True. Did you see when he dissed Jared Davis after that? And Jared tried to shake his hand and he smacked the fuck out of Jared Davis' hand? It's on my Motor City Sports Talk Facebook page. Okay? Maybe that momentum that Blunt gave can carry on to this week, okay? So we'll definitely see about that. But go back on my Motor City Sports Talk page, the link in the description. Well, it's in most description. I didn't put it in this description yet. Motor City Sports Talk on Facebook. Go check out the video I posted of Blunt dissing Jared Davis. That shit was funny. Go on my Facebook page, Motor City Sports Talk. Jared Davis tried to man, come on, man, you can't. He was like, man, he smacked the fuck out of his hand, like, bitch, get the fuck off me, man. You know what I'm saying? Blunt still with the shits. I mean, Blunt. Hey, I remember when Blunt knocked my man's out. I don't know what that white boy called Blunt, man. It had to be a nigga. Whatever he called him, man. LeGarrette Blunt laid him out in college. You know what I'm saying? Nothing was said about what the guy said. I can't remember if it was. You gotta add no, it's just a like page, Mars Land. It's a like page. So you can just search Motor City Sports Talk and my like page will come up. It's the first video on there. It's not a group. Who gonna cover Gronk and Josh though? Hopefully Darius Slay can cover Josh and Gronk. I bracket Gronk with Davis or Quadre in another corner, but I bracket Gronk. I mean, a man on top and a man under Gronkowski. Blunt raw fucks with him. Yeah, we need that mentality that Blunt had pushing that man down in the run game. All right, we need that mentality. But I gotta go real quick, man. I appreciate you guys for rolling through. Next week we're gonna do it again. And maybe we do some NFL picks next week too, man. Last week I was terrible. I gotta squeeze in a live on my other channel and then going out to dinner and then I gotta do my FanDuel lineup because my friends is kicking my ass because I'm not being able to research. Didn't we re-sign Deshaun Shed? Yeah, we got Deshaun Shed. We re-signed him because we're not sure if Darius Slay gonna play. And Tease Tabor, they don't trust him right now. Not worried, but Gordon, but we must defend Gronk. I agree. I have Blunt in the Thug Life meme with that push. Hey, man, if you got that meme, send it to me on Facebook and Instagram, man. All my links, not in this video, all my links in my other description, man. Shouldn't have never cut him. Yeah, but he was injured a lot, and I think it was a 53-man roster thing, man. So that's why he got cut, but he was getting torched when he was healthy, though. So we'll see, man. I appreciate y'all for rolling through. Motor City Sports Talk. We go. Make sure I hit the like button, too, on your way out.